make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun the command of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun they are the political, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo.
Something seriously is happening. Something very serious is happening. And our so-called political elites and leaders do not care. They're not doing anything about it. They feel very unconcerned about it. Our political elites do not care about it. Our people are left rudderless, tossed here and there by the tempests and the winds of the sea. Nobody cares. Every day we hear stories of thousands and thousands of Futajelong Gambari Fulani being transported by every means of transportation down into our land, down into the Jaw Nation, down into Igbo land, down into Shekri land, down into Ogoni land, down into Yoruba land, down into Edo, every day. In the most unthinkable factions, in their thousands. If you go to Bayelsa today, as I'm talking, all the fishing settlements and the farming villages are occupied and controlled by these fellows. We are job people, we are strong. Nothing is going to happen. A man is only strong when he's with his people. When
Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun ti dé ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Lówó ṣe ń lọ ní Mayegun dá wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀tẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me. This is our midday broadcast, which most of the time is breakfast in some part of the world. So wherever you are joining from, please share the broadcast. Right. You know how we do it, yeah? The line is going to be opened at some point. Well, it's opened anyway, but read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, okay? This is going to be a peep into what is still to come later in the evening. Hear the broadcasts.
And yes, you like YouTube. And yes,
Tinubu has appealed to the governors, Nigeria governors, to give land to Fulani terrorists if they want to see peace, just like Boko Haram, but in a different way. And this issue of 40 trillion naira ransom, Baba, I have not stopped thinking about it, especially when the person they sent to deliver the message actually confirmed it. I'll show you.
They came in number. So while these people are calling a money that even federal government don't have it. Can you imagine 40 trillion? They are requiring 40 trillion. Yes, for the 13%, 40 trillion. I mean, our budget is not even up to that. 40 trillion. Is it 11 Hilux car? Then 150. Is it Boko Haram? I don't know the name of that bikes. 140. Honda. Where do we Honda car? How do they get this money? People are living hand to mouth now. And you are asking them to bring this huge amount of money. Where do they get this money? In fact, government should come and help us. If not, these people will die in their hand. Please, we are calling on.
Terrorists want 40 trillion. 150 bikes, motorcycles. They want 15, I've been at 30. I think it's 30, no, sorry, 15. They want 15 Hilux trucks delivered to them. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, okay? Like I said, the line is opened, all right? I want you to listen to this full version of Asari's lamentation. But I also have something for you too. You see this shege, now everybody go collect. Oh, remember when I reminded you this months back, that those of you who felt like you will drink poison, another person will die. I am talking to you, the Abobakus, the bastards. Yeah, you were. I'm talking to him. They talk to you, they turn back. You get another bastard inside the house where they support Tinubu, except you. I'm talking to you. When all of you were jumping up and down, thinking, allowing APC, Egbekegbe, to get away with their criminality called the civilian coup, you thought, now other people go suffer, abi? Now you go drink poison, but another person go die. Because you are what? You are Yoruba, or you are a Muslim. Yoruba, abi? Now you are realizing that the shege is not going to spare any one of you. Nobody is spared. So you were waiting for people to cry. You will cry for 8 years. Tinubu will do his 8 years. I remember saying amen. Amen. You remember the story of that motherfucker, that old hag that sort of tried to assault me in London at a party because of Tinubu. The guy said, whether you like it or not, you this Mayegun, whether you like it or not, Tinubu will be the president of Nigeria and he will do 8 years. I said, amen. Amen. Because sometimes you should all be tired of cautioning people or telling people to be careful of what they wish for. Asari was beating his chest like Okija Shatabandu. If Tinubu fail, hold me responsible. Here is the first chapter of the second verse of the book of Lamentation that Asari wants us to be aware of. I'm still going to play this tonight again, by the way, because there are more. Here, listen. There's somebody who come there.
Sisters, something seriously is happening. Something very serious is happening. And our so-called political elites and leaders do not care. They're not doing anything about it. They feel very unconcerned about it. Our political elites do not care about it. Our people are left rudderless, tossed here and there by the tempests and the winds of the sea. Nobody cares. Every day we hear stories of thousands and thousands of Futajelong Kambari Fulani being transported by every means of transportation down into our land, down into the John Nation, down into Igbo land, down into Shekiri land, down into Ogoni land, down into Yoruba land, down into Edo, every day, in the most unthinkable fashions, in their thousands. If you go to Bayelsa today, as I'm talking, all the fishing settlements and the farming villages are occupied and controlled by these fellows. We are job people, we are strong. Nothing is going to happen. A man is only strong when he's with his people, when he has enough number to overcome his enemy. We should not underestimate these people. They have our money with us. They have been receiving tons and tons of our money. Their brother Abacha stole and sharing it amongst themselves. A minister in a federation came to say that sharing the money in the north because there are no poor people in the south. And where are our governors? Where are our local ministers? Where are our women rights ministers? Where are our women rights lawyers? All of them, they close their mouth. But this is more sinister. This is more sinister. They are coming here. They are changing the demography. What are they coming for? You remember Osman Danfodio? How they came to Sokoto, to Gobiri, to Kano, to Katsina, to be there. And what happened? They replaced the Abe rulers. They replaced the original people and took over the realms of power. They are coming. History is going to repeat itself if we don't act now. They are coming. History is going to repeat itself if we don't act now. They are not pretending about it. They are coming with war, destruction and death. They are coming to occupy our land. Why you cannot go to your community? In Obama, how many Obama people are at home? They are leaving their home and they are coming here. Obama is a village. You cannot come to Obama. Those of us who...
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man.
Asari Doku dump. It was everywhere because he knew Tinubu. And now, Asari wants to go back to his usual way. Now, he cares about the people. Okay? But when APC, Egbekegbe, they are brought in these Fulani terrorists, decided to give Nigeria lands, or the people of Nigeria, their indigenous people's land, to them. Asari Dokubo spent time, years, telling all of us how powerful the Niger Delta militants are. They will, they no burn any Fulani terrorists to enter their place. The Nasari Dokubo spent years telling us how these Futajalon Fulani terrorists from Futasoro, Sadness, and their jihad are coming to ransack and overrun all of us. So now Asari can't be like Mayegun. Mayegun will no get gone. Only is a microphone and the camera in front of you. I mean, in front of me, rather. Asari get guns. He displayed them. Then he beat his chest when he mobilized his fellow militant, he called them, the Niger Delta local terrorists that he is a leader of. He led them back to the same APC, intimidating and threatening Nigerians that were rejecting APC. He even said, hold him responsible if Kolu failed. This is a reminder.
So for me, this is one of the biggest steps. Like I said, I've always said,
This was less than a year ago, by the way, just around June 2023. Watch it.
So for me, this is one of the biggest steps. Like I said, I've always said, I'm not apologetic. I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible. Because I have known him since 1992, and I know what he stands for. And I can stand in the gap between him and the people and say this thing. This is a step that my brother Goodluck failed to take, even when he had the opportunity. This is a step that, after talking no subsidy, General Muhammad Buhari was not able to take. Ahmed Bola Tinubu took it from the first day. Now you take about 8 trillion naira every year. This is wickedness. And you use it to service the gluttonous appetite of a few people. Because they shout, because they have the cameras like I have today. So they set the agenda for the people while the people are suffering. I believe that the 8 trillion, about $10 billion, will change the fortunes of education, will change the fortunes of health, will change the fortunes of agriculture and road transport. What I am opposed to is for NLC, Nupeng and others to go and to say, these people do not constitute even 1% of the population of this country, that palliatives should be given to them. If palliatives are given to NLC, to Nupeng, to Pengasin, to ASU, to ASUB, what of the ordinary people who are not employed, who are not represented, who are toiling day and night? Why should there be a discrimination? This country belongs to all of us. It's not because you are even eating from the country. As a member of NLC, as a member of TOG, as a member of all these organizations. And then you are demanding that you should be given privileges that are not given to me and not given to the ordinary people. It is wrong. Money should not be diverted from these funds. Like conduit pipe, we have had PTF, we have had other this thing. These monies did not actually...
It is all about money. Money, money, money. And I believe Asari Doku Dump, Alhaji Asari, if you are watching this video, let me tell you this. So, if nobody has told you, you should probably begin to look into the mirror. I mean, if you are the big man in the house, Alhaji, walk straight into your bathroom and look in the mirror. Yes, you probably should take off your clothes so that you can just be all by yourself and, look in the mirror. That is the dumbest person in the house, and that would be you. You think say you dey wise? Alaji, you think say you dey wise? You were expecting Tinubu at the time, just like I predicted. You were expecting Tinubu to collect that security, pipeline security from Tompolo and give it to you, so that at least you can be the one that will enjoy that 4 billion or 5 billion every month contract, pipeline contract. So you made yourself feel like if you put all of yourself out, for a man that you said helped you when Obasanjo locked you up, he was feeding your family, he was giving your children money for food. And because of that, you ignored everything that APC, Egbekegbe, represents. And you thought you will get something out of it. Now, they have left you. They have left you behind.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Tiagasa, they Tiagasa, he fell, he fainted, he passed out. He passed out. 70 years old man. How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that.
Alaji won't become waiting. You want to tell us what we knew, and we've always knew. So anyone come back to our side now, they tell us, our politicians, they are not being serious. The people are dying. Fulani are killing people. Alaji, the worst case scenario, they go call you now. You go soon go take picture. But like I say, they don't tell them, say, may they not allow you. You know, you remember that time when they told Asari, they said, he must never be allowed back inside the asshole rock. After taking that big picture with Kolu, and it came out like every of those Salatenujes, the Bele lecturer see. He came out working like the most successful, militant. He came out of the asshole rock, and he started addressing the press, telling Nigerians, "Don't worry, everybody should relax. If Tinubu is going to fix this, blah 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 blah." It is now clear that your weight no feed even divide the contract. Just they enjoy the amnesty money that even Bokuwari couldn't stop. In case some of you don't know, part of the only pension where Asari they chop right now from Nigeria, even Nigeria government can't stop it, is the amnesty money. Remember all of them that collected amnesty from Yaradua then? The Alaye is still collecting his rubber. Even though it may, like, that's what the Niger Delta, Ministry of Niger Delta pay, NDDC and the rest. They are those who pay the militants, including Asari. And they are being paid based on the number of weapons they surrendered, the number of people they claim to be in their camp. And that is why Asari could call all those jobless and waste of space young people in Bayelsa, in River State. He could call all of them together and begin to shout, Asawana, 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 in the rain, in everything. Asawana, Asawana. See, Bokwari couldn't even stop the payments. He kept paying him. They kept paying him. But the guy wanted a big chunk. He wanted a real deal. If Tompolo could be collecting over $5 billion, among other things, we don't want the cuts for himself. Like all those crude oil stealing and the rest of that. Sure you get, Asari want to be that person, but he can't be that person for some reason. Now Asari has realized that. He even worked enough that he started giving himself the glory that he helped the same Bokwari from Futa Sadness, Futa Sorrow, Futa Jalonu. The same Bokwari. Asari was bragging that he was the one that lured Nnamdi Kanu into their hands. Go and see, the video is out there. He kept bragging that he did it. You know what I mean? But when you look at some of his videos where he kept telling all of us how dangerous the Fulani terrorists are. Uthman Danfodio. I think he's trying to get his mojo back. You know, those talking points, he's trying to get them back. It's not sounding like the usual Asari. It's sounding like an Asari that is trying to find his way back to begin to sound hateful, divisive, selfish. But however, make it look like he's fighting for you, he's fighting for me, he's speaking out. Do not be deceived. Okay? If you haven't noticed so, take a look again. Pay attention now. The wordings and all of that. Baba, want to shank here, want to cheat here. Again.
Something seriously is happening. Something very serious is happening. And our so-called political elites and leaders do not care. They're not doing anything about it. They feel very unconcerned about it. Our political elites do not care about it. Our people are left rudderless, tossed here and there by the tempests and the winds of the sea. Nobody cares. Every day we hear stories of thousands and thousands of Futajelong Gambari Fulani being transported by every means of transportation.
So he wants to come and tell us that. After telling us that he trusted Tinubu. Tinubu will fix your economy. Your economy is dead. Tinubu will fix your security. Now, Asari is telling us that thousands of Gambari, Futajalong, blah, nya, being transported. Shane, I ain't going to tell us that now. Is he not one of those who kind of suddenly turned around and they wanted everybody that is talking about the Fulani incursion and invasion, they want them killed or jailed? Is it not because of this Fulani that Bokwari decided to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and keep him as a trophy? Don't worry, Asari. How many of you remember when I said Asari will end up in jail or he will run away to exile under Tinubu? How many of you were with me on that program? I have predicted it. He is going to be arrested. He's going to go to jail or he's going to run away. Go and write it down. Including many of those who felt like somehow, they will have a place in Tinubu's illegitimate government. And the problem is, they won't have a place, but they should rather keep quiet and die quietly. But as usual, they will want to speak out like this, make videos, press and all that. I beg you, Asari, anybody will tell you, say, make you stop. Now Google kill the person. They will pick him up. You are going to see it happen. Okay? His intention is to call the attention of Tinubu to make them say, I'm still here. Oh. I don't get anything. Oh. People have been abusing me. People have been cursing me. Even our people are now being chased away from their farms. They are being sent away from their riverine area. Waiting concern Fulani with fishing people. If not because of the same agenda. The same agenda where we done the toxins and they said we should be hunted down and killed because we are trying to wake the people up. And that is going to end Nigeria. Asari and gang, they were all aware until they started swallowing everything they said. And they made themselves the useful tools in the hands of the terrorist APC Egbekegbe. So he will be a victim soon. Don't worry. The thing's still there, you know. It'd be like when Bedu one starts and you are hearing dun 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 dun, but you know what's going to follow next, and you are getting ready like dun 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 like that, So when the Bedu enter body, you understand, Asari go talk. And the same Daura Secret Service that is now Dokwemu's stupid service, they will track him. He will run away. The same fate that befalls, what do you call it, Nnamdi Kanu Igboho, is also waiting in the corner for him too. So right now, Tinubu is already charting on the course of this, the same path that Bokwari took you for 8 years. Open grazing, open grazing. Now, Tinubu is appealing to farmers. Tinubu is in Niger State, Mina, where he is commissioning farm tools in order to kick off the farming season. They just told me the full details too. That was after last night. They said that in northern Nigeria, it is practically somehow a culture in the areas where people grow food. Even in Middle Belt, they all have the planting season, farming season. They kick it off. Now, this guy in Niger State, was trying to make it more kind of elaborate. So he bought 100 tractors, as well as other hand-aid, farming tools. And then invited Tinubu. But in what he said, the guy said they were grading 10,000. They were going to grade 1,000 hectares of land. Then from there, it's going to be 10,000. And they plan to, cultivate as much as 1 million plot of land. So according to him, they were building ranches. He said Niger State alone supplies over 500,000, like 500,000 cows into Nigeria market. I don't believe that is a lie, by the way, but nevertheless, let's take him for it. So he said they stand to gain more and make a fortune from agriculture in his state. So he invited Kolu. He told Kolu they want to build ranches for cows so that cows will not be causing problem elsewhere again. And also they want to bring all of these farmers together like a cluster system. A cluster system is where you are like, you have a neighbor. You are growing tomato. Your neighbor is growing okra. Another one is growing vegetable. Others are growing, other stuff like that. And you have them as your neighbors. Cluster farming system, sort of, right? So which means they want to make sure that everything is in a place. There's no clashes here and there. Kolu Amodajo Ngolere. Tinubu Jaga Banditi. Jaga Addicti. Ashiwaju awon ole. Ashiwaju awon confused bat idiots. Is their guest launcher launching this. So now at the same event, he came to come and, they found solution. Instead of Ruga, give them ranches. And any state that is into agriculture, right, especially in Fulani, mostly Fulani populated areas, in northern Nigeria, let them show walking. The guy said he's building irrigation. They said the reason why Fulani terrorists are invading all parts of Nigeria was because northern Nigeria is suffering from a drought. Climate change. They cannot find water for their cows. They could not find water to wet their grass. Now, this guy in Niger State demonstrated this under the irrigation system, right? Irrigation is when you bring water to farm. You don't need to wait for rain, okay? Irrigation means that, when you dig well inside your farm, for example, but for a government, you can build a dam, okay? You see that water where they take generate electricity. You can also use it for irrigation, which means the ground will be receiving adequate regular water supply. And with all other fertilizers and other stores for your farming, right? You are going to have a very, very safe farming and profitable one too. So you don't have to complain about no rain. No, you don't have to. You can farm all year round. There's nothing like dry season, rainy season. You will farm all year round with an irrigation system. That too can stop migration of cows on foot by terrorists that they used to pretend with cows. And that was then. They no longer pretend with cows anymore. They carry bikes. Instead of seeing Fulani with cows, you will see Fulani with bikes and AK-47. blades, axes, and all that, because they are now terrorists. As for the ones with cows, those are still continuing with their own treasury, destruction. So if somebody says, I'm building ranch, and invited the government of the country, the head of the government of the country, to come and talk about it, and the person went there and he started begging the governors to give their lands for Ruga open grazing in order to end Fulani terrorism in Nigeria. Omo. I don't know how to explain that to you. Are you with me? This is 21st century. But you do have criminals with the mindset of 10th century, that 10th century or 11th century. This is 21st century. Bokwari decided to destroy Nigeria and the Nigerians' livelihood simply because he had the mindset of 10th century or 11th century. He was asking people about Ruga grazing route in 2024. Your government is asking for grazing route where cows were allowed. I don't even understand, I'm gonna like this route, cows passed this route in 1941. They used to pass this route. Because they used to pass this route, whether the route na Igbo land, Ijo land, Ishekiri land, Yoruba land, even Hausa land also, right? But let's even come down south, yeah? Say, okay, because cows, they passed through this space in 1941. So that land where the cows walked or trekked, they have become holy land. They didn't call it holy land. They call it grazing routes, which means all the cows you see from Futajalon, as they say, right? Their ancestors who trekked past Ekiti in 1941, they owned the land. All the land they passed through in 1940 or 1921, the descendant of those cows in year 2020, year 2015, 2018, 2020, even 2024, their descendants, they own the land. Even if the land is your family land, the cows passed then, according to this 10th century men, this relic, definitely the land belonged to the cow, not your family. It is called grazing route. They now gazetted that. Gazetted waiting for cows. Grazing route in 2024. So Kolu is begging them. So people are now saying that, they are not saying make Kolu no, make governors no give them land though. But any governor, we won't give them land. Where they go later gazette and they will create their mini local governments, bring in their own emir, Abina Sultan, any name they will give to it, yes. And they will be sitting together with your royal fathers, because they will be royal fathers too. And gradually, Baba, the dream of touching your sea with their sword will be fulfilled even without a single battle, they say. Are you with me? So any governor, we won't give them any land. Just make sure it's not your papa land or your family land. You see some of these young people, who are following Tinubu, who have no nothing. They have no inheritance. They have no real connection to anything. They are criminal politicians who stole money, who stole land. They can't part with their land, so to say. But you see some of these unboot slaves whose ancestors never really have any real land per se. And those whose ancestors left with some of these lands, they have sold them to marry more wives, organized Owambe. Why won't they want or agree that for peace to reign, whoever of you, any of you who still hold on to your ancestors' land and something that you can say, you see, it's not just land. Our forebearers were buried on those land. They are not just land. Oh, they are just land now. Let's give them the land. That land you are seeing there, they are not just land. Our forebearers, they toyed those land, okay? And millions of them and their bones, their souls, they are buried on those lands. Many of them bled to death on those lands before the name you are bearing today could even exist at all. But with people like yourself and those opportunists that you call the political leaders who don't give a damn, who don't care about if that's your village or that your town goes into goes extinct in the next 50 years. They don't care. They will be gone. They've had out their few. You can continue to deal with that. Colonialism took away our identity. They gave us a language, the one I am speaking now, okay? And they call my language vernacular. It is a local language, not allowed. And now, we are still living with the damages of that. A lot of you today who are living in this contraption, this pseudo-independence that you think you are independent, right? Now, that internal recolonization, all right, they have a name for it again, where gradually, willingly, as a willing slave, voluntary slave, you would completely agree to it. Now, your generation can go into extinction in another 100 years. You don't care. But there were people who have kept those land for hundreds of years, thousands of it, until it got to your turn. And you are willing to give that up so that you can have peace. Who told you you will have peace? You will never have any peace. If you like, divide the entire southern Nigeria. Divide the entire southern Nigeria and give the half of it to the Fulanis. You will still never have peace until you are gone. So if politicians are telling you that parting with your land is to bring peace, they are only doing that for their own political gain. How foolish will you be to believe them? Here is my first caller today. So let's take it from here. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello, ma. It's a lady.
How are you? Thank God I got you.
Thank you, ma.
I got you today because you did it this much one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma.
For what you are doing for us. It's like I'll be laughing and smiling each time you come on. All my children know me as Mayegu again. I say yes.
Yes, so and you are proud.
Thank you so much.
Proud to be called that, okay? Because it is always worth it, ma, isn't it?
I love what you are doing. Don't listen to anybody. Just give up. You gave me hope during election. I can only watch you to find hope. So I'm just asking question, what are we going to do with these people? But you kind of put it in perspective. My name is Equitas Madukwe. I live in the U.S., Dover, Delaware. Thank you. I'm your huge fan. But my problem, I don't know how to give my widow's mite to you. Because each time I put, they say pound. I don't know how to give a widow's mite to you.
Okay, ma.
What do I
usually,
use?
I think the easiest is that of PayPal, right?
Oh, okay.
However, sometimes that too can be a little bit complicated. People have told me that a few times too. But I will put a link in the comment section, ma'am, right? So after this conversation, just click it, open it, and once you are sure of how it goes, right, whenever you want to use it.
Okay. Thank you. You keep up the good work, okay? Blessings to the family. Take care.
Thank you so much. God bless you so much for all the support. And say me well to the family too.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. So that's lovely from my lady there. Indeed, like I said, this sometimes I have told myself that this is a thankless job, right? But I'll tell you something. When I was coming to the office this morning, I was live on Facebook, all right? And while I was leaving my car, I had a spray, like I kind of put few spray on. And so one of the viewers now said, why are you putting spray on? Are you not the only person going to the office? Are you putting the spray on for maybe somebody? And I'm like, see, I'll tell you something. Number one, because normally I'm the only person in the office, right? For now. But I have I've developed that attitude of keeping up hygiene, right? Not only that, it's always good to smell nice too, Okay. Then I was saying something like, listen, if you take a look at what I do is not skits. What I do is not what you call a journalism or newscasting. No. What I do here is to bring real life issues. I'm talking about things that actually affect real life, real people. Okay? And the danger that not being aware of the real life issues that are affecting others because they're not affecting you now is even dangerous on its own. So I do not really have that